Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Okay, here we have today a car that I collected from our prep centre this morning, a Mazda 3. This is the 165 PS, that's the power output, Sport Nav. Now, this is quite a rare car, but it's the 165 PS. The majority of them were the 120s, okay? And this car also has the safety pack, which I'll go into in more detail when we get inside the car. Now, I just want to take you around the car. I've taken lots of photographs, which I'd like you to have a good look at, and you'll be able to appreciate the condition of this car. Now, it's a 2015, so the car's 6 years old. So obviously, you know, it's not going to be a brand new car, but it's in really exceptional condition. I just want to point out a few things, actually. The car has mud flaps front and rear. The car has scuff plates. Scuff plates all round. Notice them? Scuff plates. You've also got the rear bumper scuff plate, okay? And you've also got a spare wheel, okay? Now you can probably tell from the sort of enthusiasm in my voice, these are things that are all accessories. And I know this might sound a bit corny, it's usually a sign of good ownership. Mud flaps, scuff plates, spare wheel, someone that really takes care of their car. And I must say, this car is in really good condition. The other thing I also noticed on the car, it's all got matching Dunlop tyres, another good sign of ownership. It means they've not skimped, you know, on the servicing and maintenance of this vehicle. Now, we're fortunate enough that most of our part exchanges, most of our used cars, come in part exchange, and we've normally supplied the cars from new. At this current time, we're just not getting enough part exchanges, so we do go and buy cars from outside our own database, and this is one of those cars. So I couldn't tell you who the previous owner was. There's signs of, as I say, good ownership, but what this car also has, it has a full Mazda service history. It's a digital service history. It's always been done every year, and it's been done at Mazda dealers, okay? And we've done a service on it, and it's one of the major services that includes brake fluid, the cabin air filters, oil filters, everything. So it's the more major service. So that this car has just undergone that service. So it's a lovely car. Now, what we'll do is let's go to the inside. Oh, before we do that, just want to point out the car has front and rear parking sensors, and these little caps here, they're for the headlight washers, because the car does have xenon lights, and they are active lights. They turn as you turn your wheel, so if you're going down a country lane, it kind of turns the corner with you. It may sound a bit strange, but it's really good for visibility. Okay, so let's get in the vehicle. Keyless entry, so you only have to have the key on your person. You can press that button and the car will unlock itself. You've got all your electric windows here and your wing mirrors. If you turn this little knob here, the wing mirrors will fold in. You've got the black leather seats, which was standard on the 165. There you go, look, so it's the 2 litre 165, the majority 120, so it's the same engine, but this is just a little bit more, how would you say, energetic, which doesn't compromise fuel economy or anything like that. Look at the condition of this car. Back seats beautiful, front seats very good. Cup holders, ISOFIX anchorages for the child seats, headlinings all unmarked. I mean, look, the car still has one of its original sort of packaging stickers. Don't ask me why they have stickers on those handrests, but I remember them from when these cars were new. So it's all in really lovely condition. So let's hop inside the vehicle. Right, so remember I said about the safety pack. Oh, sorry about the noise. Right, so the non-safety pack car wouldn't have this button or this button here. So this is rear vehicle monitoring. So what that is, when somebody overtakes you, there's a little grey sort of shadow in that wing mirror there on both sides, and on the wing mirror. That's got a light behind it, so that light will illuminate when somebody overtakes you to warn you, look, be careful, someone's coming from your outside or your inside, so take caution. Now that's something that's now coming as standard on most of our cars, but it was an option back then, and it was quite an expensive option. So a real that's what makes this car real value for money. So you've got, you know, a used car at a used car price, but because it had all the extras, it's almost like getting the same sort of spec as one of our current models. So that's the rear vehicle monitoring. You can turn it off there. You've got lane departure warning system. So if you veer out of a lane, the car will warn you by a bleep or a rumble, just to say, look, pay attention, you're not indicating, did you intend to do that? It's got AFS. This is the lights that sort of steer as you steer, what I mentioned earlier. You've got tyre pressure monitoring. So if the pressure falls 4 psi or more on one of the wheels, it will flag up a little warning light on the dash, okay, just to say check your tyre pressures. Really good thing. I'm guilty of this. I won't check my tyre pressures until I've got a flat tyre or the tyre looks soft. Now, a decrease of 4 psi may not look like a flat tyre or a soft tyre, and that affects your fuel consumption, your handling, your braking, your safety in general, and obviously it costs you more to run your car if your tyres are slightly deflated. And you've got iStops. You've got Mazda's intelligent engine stop-start system, which will turn the engine off in traffic to save fuel and also to be good for the environment. So this car is environmentally conscious, let's say. Right, so, oh, what have I done with the key? I think the key's in my pocket, so let me locate the key. We've got 2 keys with the car. Okay, there's the key there. So when you put your foot on the clutch, this little button here lights up green. You push that, the car fires into life. The heads-up display comes up. Radio starts blaring. Sorry, my apologies. And this heads-up display, it adjusts electronically using this system here, and this will display your speed. Now it's flashing the speed, it's not actually flashing, that's my camera resolution. It'll have your speed, sat nav, basic sat nav functions, etc. Another safety feature, so instead of looking down at your speed and your sat nav directions, you can just look straight ahead, so you've got your eyes on the road. So another fantastic safety feature that, once again, I think that will be standard on all cars. So this car was almost beyond its years. Right, you've got automatic wipers, automatic lights, xenon of course. You've got cruise control. You've got volume controls. Oh, button to answer. I've got a call coming in. Let me just ignore that call. You've got volume controls there. You can send, answer or decline a call there. You've got heated seats, 3-stage. Parking sensors you can turn off. Now, this car, being a 2015 model, was on the cusp for when Mazda fitted a reverse camera on this car. So you've got front and rear sensors, okay, but no camera. Now, if it's a camera you require, don't worry. This can be fitted as an accessory. It's literally plug and play, and then the camera will come up on here. So if that is something you require, I say don't worry too much about it. And we'll do you a deal on the camera as well, you know. So yeah, if that's important to you, just give us a shout. Heated seats, parking sensors, you've got climate control here, 6-speed gearbox, okay. This here I call the human interface. I think the official name is the multimedia commander that operates that screen there, okay. Now this screen is touchscreen when the car is stationary. Once you start moving along, it's disabled, and then this is how you operate it. Now I'm not encouraging you to operate, you know, radios and sat navs as you're driving along, but that is how you operate the car. All right. In applications, you've got things like fuel economy monitor, maintenance, warning guidance, etc. You can actually add Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to this system, so you can then mirror your phone onto the screen here. Okay, music. The car has FM, AM, AHA Stitcher internet channels, and then your phone, Bluetooth, See, my phone, I actually drove this car back from the prep centre this morning, so I paired my phone up. So if I select that as the source of music, and I don't know, played something off my phone on YouTube or Spotify, it will play through the stereo. And the stereo, of course, is BOSE, okay? So premium stereo, all right? And you can also read info of the USBs that live here in the armrest. You've got 2 USBs for charging and for data, okay? And you've got a CD player, something that's been deleted on some of our models now. Okay, you've got communication. So once the phone's paired up, for example, I can go into my contacts, yeah, and then make a call, all right? Being an Android phone, it will also read my text messages. I'm not going to go into that in case there's a text I don't want anyone to see, but there's some text messages and it will read them to you, a call history, etc, etc. Sat nav, it's got a comprehensive sat nav, works off an SD card. Now, the screen on this sat nav isn't actually doing what it looks like in the video. It's my resolution again. The screen is perfectly stable. I can see some lines going through it. Sat nav, dead easy to use. Town or postcode, put the postcode in and off you go. If you are en route and you want to find a point of interest, now there's many categories, but I'm normally looking for a petrol station. Yeah, if I've gone to pick up a car out of area, I'm not familiar with the area, and it will give you the direction, the distance to those places. And it's got really good stuff as well, like you know, leisure, marine, hospitals, you know, all those bits and bobs. You can also set up a Wi-Fi hotspot from your phone, so your car's connected to the internet. And when you get this page up, it will also tell you the price of fuel, and then you'll get live traffic updates on your sat nav. Okay, so 12 minutes into the video, I don't want to bore you. We're getting to the last leg, settings. So you can change the height of this here, so depending on how you sit in the car, okay? So you can change display height and brightness, etc. You can turn the display off. Safety, smart city brake support, so it's also got a camera up here. If you were to get too close to the car in front and there was no driver input, you're not steering, braking, accelerating, they think you've maybe been distracted. If you're doing under 20 miles an hour, this happens, boom, the car will put its brakes on, which is fantastic, stop you from that collision. And the great thing is, even if this never happens to you, it does give the car a lower insurance grouping. Insurance companies recognise this, and it should save you money on your insurance premium. Rear vehicle monitoring, I explained earlier, the little lights, okay, and lane departure warning. All right. Sound systems, you can adjust all your sound system there. You can have BOSE centre points, it feels like you're an opera house. Clock, it's GPS synced, so you never have to relearn how to set the clock when the summertime comes in. Vehicle convenience settings, so rain sensing wipers are on, door locks, I can set, in fact I'm going to do it, walk away lock, so when I walk away from the car with the keys on me, the car will lock itself, so the car is always locked, don't have to remember to do that. Turn, 3 flash indicator, you can turn that, you can change the volume, okay, but the one that I think is fantastic is you've got, amongst other things of course, oh, hold on, interior light, that's it, timeout, you can change that. When you shut the door, the light will turn out, turn out depending on what time setting you set, which is nice. And it's got high beam control. This is the thing. So when you've got your high beams on full, you're going down a country lane, someone comes the other way, the car will automatically dip its lights, which is great because you won't blind the oncoming person, and you've got your lights on for the majority of the time without having to concentrate on doing that, you know, to make it just makes the whole journey safer, I would say, for you and other drivers. Okay, so the car's got loads of spec. It's had all the accessories fitted from new. As I say, I always find that a good sign of ownership. It's got lovely service history. The first owner had it till 2018 for 3 years. I'd imagine, like many of our customers, they change their car every sort of 2.5, 3 years when they're on a PCP. Second owner's had it till now. It's a very nice example if this is what you're looking for. The car will come with a 12-month Mazda ZZ Plus approved warranty with 12 months roadside assistance. Part exchange is extremely welcome, and we have finance facilities to suit all. Please do inquire any time of day as well. We appreciate that people are often looking at cars outside normal business hours, so we'll try to accommodate that. You know, if you give us a call, leave a message, and we'll come back to you as quickly as possible, or use, you know, email, live chat, etc. But thank you very much for watching the video, and we look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.